Hey, what's up? Hope you're doing well. And first of all, Happy New Year. Hope you're going to achieve a lot of your goals and dreams in 2025. So, yeah, I just wanted to use this video to summarize my 2024 to tell you a bit more about, what went well, what could have gone better, and what went absolutely wrong. Because, certain things went absolutely wrong. I know the majority of people on YouTube, Instagram, they only show you like the good things, the luxury life and everything that comes with it, but they never really show you, like the things they learn, the things that go wrong for them. So basically in this video, I just wanted to summarize my entire year and share everything with you. First of all, this has basically been like my first year where I was like fully into business and I would say make a little bit more above average, So it was the first year where I had no university, no job, and like the full freedom to go wherever I wanted to. And I definitely used a lot of that, especially in the beginning of the year. I remember like literally in the first 2 weeks of the year, I spent like, I think like $10,000 or something on the trip in Dubai. We rented every single car possible, spent money on Airbnbs, like as if it was nothing. But yeah, like I was doing okay at the time. Like I was making around like $20,000 to $30,000 a month, which is decent. Like at the time I was 19 years old. Like right now I'm 20, since of course it's a year later. But yeah, like I really felt like I was on top of the world. I would say like I was in Dubai, spending money, and I really thought I had it all. So it continued like that for a couple months. In February, I went to Dubai as well with the family and spent a week there by myself to work and meet with business partners. And then in March, I went to Africa for an entire month to just travel, see the world. And yeah, like business was still doing okay. I was still making $20,000 to $30,000 a month. But yeah, like after that, like in Q1, I basically didn't do anything besides traveling, partying, and blowing money. So yeah, it was all good. It was fun, of course. Like I made a lot of good memories from there. But I wasn't really paying attention to the business. So when Q2 arrived, things got messy, I would say, and went downhill pretty fast. So back in the days, I used to have like one client that I worked with, and that was paying me a lot of money every single month. And because, of course, in Q1, when I was traveling all the time, I wasn't able to work enough on my business and to keep improving things. So halfway through Q2, that one client just disappeared, boom. And like an entire part of my income, of my monthly income, just was gone. And with that, I had less money that I was making in the business. So yeah, with that, basically a lot of stuff had to change. But the only thing was, I was still, living like, yo, I'm the king, I can travel, go wherever I want to. So that was what I was doing. In May, I went on a trip again, blew a lot of money. So yeah, like basically in the first couple of months, I was just traveling, spending money, and not really working that much because it was the first time I actually had that freedom. So everything was new to me. Everything was just super fun to do. And I'm glad I did it in the end, of course, because I got a lot of memories from it. But you still gotta work. Like it's not that if you just make like good money once that you can do whatever you want, and leave everything on the side. Like that was really like an eye opener for me. And I went from like making $20,000 to $30,000 a month to making like 1 month, I believe it was in June. I was like 3 weeks into the month and I made like $3,000 so far. And I had like still cost like editors I had to pay. So that month I was suddenly losing money. So that was really like, I was like, wow, it really can go that far. Like, of course, still on the outside, everything seemed good. Like, I'm traveling, I'm doing the stories. It all looks good. Of course, I had some money saved up. So it's not like I was getting into debt or something. But it really made me realize that I had to lock in. Like, if you don't work on your business enough, you'll get outworked. Other people will pass you. And like that, your business will just make less money. So as simple as that. And as well, like around that time, because things weren't going that great, I was like really struggling like, hey, what am I going to do? Am I going to focus more on my Faces pages? Am I going to go more into my personal brand? Am I go into crypto or whatever, invest more money over there? All over the place with my thoughts. Because I went from suddenly like, being on top of the world, doing whatever I can, blowing money like it's Monopoly, to barely making profits. Like in the end, in June, I went from 3 to 10K a month, so I was still okay. But it really was like a close call to me. It was like, wow, like it really can go that fast. So after that, I was like, I need to lock in. I really need to lock in. So from like June, I would say, June, July, until November, I haven't done anything besides just work, work, work. Every day, at least like 10 to 12 hours. And it was pretty hard, I would say. Of course, I've traveled a bit throughout those months. I went to Serbia, to Italy, and to France. It was more to meet with business partners, get new ideas, and just get out of my office sometimes, which of course is still nice to do, that you can travel for work. Like, that's one of the most amazing things that I can do since I'm in this position right now. And in September, I went to France for a mastermind, which was really cool. Learned a lot from it. And yeah, besides that, it was just like work all the time. Like, I wasn't going out with my friends. I was literally working when I woke up, and I just went to sleep after I was done with my work. Like, no distractions or whatever. And I would say it paid off, because in those months I had so much improved. Like, in the first couple of months of the year, I was just partying, everything seemed to go super well, and then boom, I hit rock bottom. Like, I was literally making a couple thousand a month, which, like, in profit, right? So it wasn't like worth it at all for the time and all of that I was putting in. But just with like a couple months of hard work and just focusing on one particular thing, which is to just scale my Faces Instagram pages and focus more on the digital products I was selling on them, a lot has changed, because I was just able to focus on that one thing. I was able to go from like making $5,000 to $10,000 a month in June, what I did, to, I believe in September we did around like $50,000, and in October we actually had a record month of $70,000 in one single month. So I basically like 5 to 10x the business in a couple of months of just pure focus. And that just shows that if you just focus on one thing and you just have no distractions or whatever, a lot can change. And I would say those are like the biggest learnings for me, is to just focus on one thing only and just be consistent with it. Because all the time I was traveling, it's not that like I didn't do any work at all, right? Like, I was still doing the stuff I was supposed to do with, because when you're traveling, some days you can work a lot of hours, some days you can't do anything, right? So with that, I was super inconsistent with what I was doing. And as I said before, I just felt like I was on top of the world, right? Like, I could do whatever I want. Like, it was the first time of me actually having money and being able to spend it, like not being stuck in a job or whatever. So it felt amazing. Like, if you're gonna make money, you're gonna go through the exact same phase. I'm gonna tell you right now, everyone has that kind of phase. But I'm happy that I overcame it by just locking in again. Like, I see a lot of people that make a lot of money and just blow it all, and they have to start from scratch. And I'm really happy that I learned those lessons, that things can go sideways like pretty fast. And yeah, like, it's up to you to get back again. Like, everyone make it seem like, hey, if you run a business, it's all amazing. You'll make a lot of money, you'll never have to stress again. But I feel like the time where my business was going down, I felt so bad. Like, every day I woke up, I was like, I don't want to do this. There's some other way around it, But I feel like as long as you just stay in the game and you keep showing up, things will get better. Like, the way how business works is like some weeks, months, or even years, like everything goes right. Like, you think, that you're just like the chosen one or something. Like, everything goes into your favor. You will get certain tests at one point, and they can come out of nowhere. Like, it can be something financially, like maybe one of your clients goes away, or some other stuff happens, or it can be something, with your health or whatever. There's always going to be that one thing will ruin something for you. Like, life can't always be perfect. And that's what I noticed as well. Like, in the beginning of the year, I was like really into this phase, like, hey, everything is great, my life is amazing, nothing can go wrong. Life was pretty fast to tell me that you can't just do nothing. You gotta keep working. So I think that's one of the biggest takeaways, that you just gotta be prepared for that. And especially, if you have a business yourself, you will have ups, you will have downs, but then the ups again will be higher. Because before, when everything seemed to go so well for me, I was doing $20,000, $30,000 a month, which of course is nice. But then I had those setbacks, I locked in again, and boom, I started making $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a month, which is of course way more money. And my life has become a lot better since then. Now, I'm not saying that just because you make more money, life gets better, because I found that out as well, right? Like, suddenly when I started making $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a month, I had to deal with a lot more responsibilities. People were constantly bugging, texting me on WhatsApp, hey Luke, I need this, I need that, blah 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 blah. Like, if I want to make $100,000, $200,000 a month, like, I can't scale it like this. Like, I can't just keep being busier and busier and keep trading my time away for money. So what I think the most important thing that you gotta create for yourself is just peace and freedom. Like, you don't want to be a slave to your business. In the beginning, of course, if you're in the grinding phase, you got to do as much as you can. But in the end goal for you should not be to make as much money, but to just simply be happy and have peace and enjoy doing what you do. And at one point, when I was making all that money in the last couple of months, I just woke up and I was like, not again. So I realized that there was like an issue with that. Like, I'd rather honestly make $20,000 a month and have to worry about nothing and actually do what I like than make $50,000 a month and do something I don't like doing and I don't see any potential in. So what did I do? Like, in October, as I said, we did like $70,000 in a month, which was, yeah, it opened my eyes really. But yeah, as I said, like, of course, with the money, there's a lot more responsibility that comes on your shoulders and that you have to deal with. So at that time, I was like, how can I make this kind of money, still have my freedom and my peace, not people disturbing me all the time and not having this crazy workload? Because in the end, you're not a machine, right? Like, my entire goal of running an online business is to have freedom of my time. So I'm able to do whatever I want at any given time, at any given location. I know that I had to free up my time somehow. And for me, I just basically went back to the basics with it. First of all, since I had money, I was able to just outsource the things that I wanted to do. I started focusing a lot on my Face's Instagram pages, hired the right people to manage them. I also hired for myself like some sort of a assistant, I would say, that just took care of like my daily tasks that I didn't have to focus on. So I had like everything sorted in the last couple of months. And since then, it's actually really amazing. Like, I can just focus on doing what I want, recording videos like this. And yeah, I really like it since then. And since then, the business is still doing really good. Like, we're consistently doing like $50,000 months, which is really nice if you think about it, just from Instagram alone, right? And I really never really expected to make this kind of money at the beginning of the year. Of course, I already, into the year, I did a decent amount of money every single month. But if you just take a look at like what has changed in just 12 months, it's ridiculous. I remember like around that time, I had like a couple Instagram pages. I had like 1 million followers combined. I thought like, hey, I have 1 million, I'm that guy. So, but yeah, like right now, I don't really have to trade away my time for money. Currently, I have 15 pages on Instagram. They have, I think right now, even close to 8 million followers. So like I 8x'd the amount of followers I had in a single year, which is pretty ridiculous. And yeah, like right now the pages are actually making at least $20,000 to $30,000 a month passive, right? And the other stuff that we make is just from stuff that I personally work on myself, and I just enjoy doing it. And that's what I think is just the most, like, the thing I'm the happiest with this year that I've accomplished is just freeing up my time more, being able to spend it however I want. Currently, I'm as well in Dubai. Just celebrated the New Year here. I literally didn't do anything for the entire second part of December. Spent time with family. Even played some video games that I used to play back in the days. And that's how life should be. Like, you shouldn't be working all the time. It's not healthy. And that's what I noticed as well. Like, in the last couple of months, was like really grinding, right? Like from June, July to November. Around that time, I was literally constantly working, and at one point, it's enough. I don't want to say, that I'm like, I don't want to work hard or whatever. But if you're like constantly working every single day, Monday to Sunday, no breaks, it gets to you at one point. So it's important that you have breaks, and it's not healthy to do it like that. So I think you should, like, first of all, just prioritize your health. That's one thing I really focus on as well. I go to the gym every single day. I try to eat as healthy as I can. And I think like all those things are just super important. Like, the most important thing in life is that you just feel good, you're healthy, and you just do what you like. And then the money is a thing that comes with it. And if you just stick to one thing you like, you become exceptionally good at it. It's going to pay you as well in the end. Like, I always had this feeling like, hey, I want to create content. I didn't really want to show myself in the beginning, but I just liked creating cool things on the internet. And for me, Face's Instagram pages was like a good thing to go with. Like, in the beginning, I didn't have to show myself. And yeah, I just took 1-2 years of my life. I became exceptionally good at it. And right now, I have 8 million followers without people knowing anything besides the people watching this video, of course. I think those are like the key things I've learned this year, is to just focus on one thing. Like, if you have multiple ideas, don't try one thing for a month, then switch it up. Just one thing only. And that's what's going to help you. It doesn't take years to build a business. It's literally like, I'm not saying you can get to, I don't know, $10,000 a month within 1 or 2 months. Like, maybe some people can, but not everyone, right? But if you give it like 6 to 12 months, your entire life can change. I just started all of this. Like, I started from nothing, right? Like, I know what it is like to have no money. I started all of this exactly 2 years ago. And right now I'm here. This is the second time I'm spending New Year in Dubai. And yeah, as I said, like, we're doing more than $50,000 a month at 20. And I have assets that will make me money forever. I can sell all my pages for multiple six figures. Create peace for yourself and create a life that you enjoy living. And don't just only care about money is just what I would say. So yeah, I'm gonna focus just on one thing only in 2025, and that's to get more attention, grow my pages, acquire more pages, and yeah, I'll as well just focus more on the personal page, you know, on the YouTube, on the Instagram. I think having a personal brand is also super powerful. Like, the connections you can get with that is insane. But yeah, if you don't want to show yourself, start with a faces page. Build attention. Attention is money. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger every single day, every single week. Like it's literally so funny. I was just at the restaurant a couple hours ago with my friends, and like, they're like 4-year-old kids that are just constantly on their phone. Think about how many more people are gonna join social media. So it's just time to start creating content and be on the other side of, you know, like don't watch it all the time, create it. And the cool thing is you can create content about anything you want. That's the cool thing. So that's why it's important that you pick something you like, you become exceptionally good at it, and that's how you know, create the life of your dreams. It's not luck. It's hard work, but pick something you want, and that makes it easier. Because if you pick something you don't like doing, like if you want to do dropshipping or whatever, but you hate doing that stuff, don't do it, because you're not gonna run it in the long term. And that's also like what I had. Like, I was making $20,000-$30,000 a month, but I didn't really like it. Like, I'd rather, you know, use that money, go partying rather than work on my business. Right now, every time I'm traveling, I'm like, I want to go home, I want to work. Or every time I'm traveling, you know, in the evening, I grab my laptop, just work, I do stuff because I like doing this. And that's one thing you gotta become addicted to the progress, to your business, to work. Not to a point where you can't do anything. Like, you gotta have a good balance. Like, sometimes you gotta be like, hey, just do stuff you like. And there's plenty of opportunities to do something you like 2025. Yeah, I know this video's been going on for quite a while right now. So I'm probably gonna end it soon. But yeah, that's basically like the message I want to share. And I hope I can give you some good insights on how my 2024 was, because I want to be like super real with this, because there's so many people out there that just talk. They show you the nice things, like, oh, I made 100K in a day, blah, blah, blah. Look at this car. There's so much more behind the scenes going on. And I want to be like completely transparent about it, so I can give you like a good insight of how it actually is to this kind of life. Like, I would say I'm doing pretty good, of course, right now. Like, I don't have to worry about money much. I, of course, dropped out of university, don't have to work a job. So I'm sure that a lot of people watching this want to have something similar, but I also want to show you like what kind of comes with it, what you can expect, and what kind of the things that you should focus on, and what you want to create later down the line to actually be happy. Because you don't, as I said before, you don't run a business to just make money. The goal is in the end to be happy. And money is one of the things that could potentially help you. But money itself doesn't only make you make you happier. Like, I've experienced the luxury life. Like, I've rented supercars, I've rented a lot of expensive houses, but it does make you happier in some ways, but it's not like that it's, oh wow, my life is amazing now. Like, it's cool for a while, but then you get used to it. Like, what I think is the most important is that you have like genuine friends around you that you can laugh with. Like, it's better actually to be at like the most shittiest place ever with your best friends than to be at like a super nice place with people you barely know. Like, it's all about the people you know, you can laugh with, and you just gotta be happy with yourself and who you are. And that's literally it. If you like this kind of content, please let me know in the comments. Of course, it's a bit more personal. I'm talking for 20 minutes now. Also, while I'm in Dubai, I'm recording a vlog over here to give you more like an insight of what I'm actually doing on those trips. So I think that's gonna be fun as well. I'll probably drop it in like 2 weeks from now if you're watching this. But yeah, for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.